Last week was our first playoff game, and my plaque psoriasis was so itchy under all my gear. Sometimes just thinking about scratching could take me out of the moment. And then my doctor told me I could get clearer skin with a pill called Otezla.
Otezla apremilast is a prescription medicine used to treat adult patients with plaque psoriasis for whom phototherapy or systemic therapy is appropriate. Otezla can help you get clearer skin after just 4 months.
Okay, ready for the next game. Talking to my doctor about a pill was a total game changer.
Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Call 1-844-4-OTEZLA or visit Otezla.com for prescribing info about cost, and more.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, all of my beautiful friends from all across the vast reaches of the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing absolutely fantastic on this fine Tuesday morning or whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or into the deepest, darkest depths of the night. Welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast. This is the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit, the most fun podcast on planet Earth. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now, if you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. It helps out the show so much. Remember, you can leave a comment and respond to this week's episode's question, or leave a comment or respond to this week's episode's question by going to the description of the episode in Spotify and leaving your comment there. Or if you want to be really fun, you can go ahead and join our subreddit, r/Reddit Asks Us on Reddit, where we post a new mega thread every single week, and you can go ahead and comment in there as well. This is an ad-supported show, so we take an ad break about 10 minutes into the show, something like that, and then another about 20, 30 minutes into the show after that. So thank you very much to Spotify for being so gracious as enough to let me run ads on this on the most fun podcast in the world. So without further ado, thank you all so much for tuning in. Why don't we get right into it? So you know what, I have to get off the bat and apologize. We also do a Would You Rather every single week. I accidentally wrote the same thing twice, and I know it literally takes 2 seconds to correct, but guys, I am so sorry. This week has just been absolutely insane, okay? Like, it is just, the schedule is getting crazy. I've started back kind of full-time at my job now, and, well, not kind of full-time, yes, full-time at my job now, and since the semester's been over. Semester ended well, in case anyone is curious about that, but, now I'm back full-time with my job. My men's league football season, like tackle football, Canadian football, is under full way, so that, you know, takes up a portion of my weekends, and I've actually started my own business, everybody, so that has also been taking up a significant portion of my time as well. So things have just been really, really freaking busy. You know, it's Monday. It's 9 o'clock right now. I literally completely forgot I had to record a podcast episode for you beautiful people. So I'm so sorry about that. I literally got a reminder on my phone that I set just in case I forget. And I was like, I can barely keep my eyelids open. So it felt like it was being pulled down like a freaking... what are those things called? A moat. Like there were a bunch of fucking knights just pulling down my eyelids, being like, you better fucking sleep right now, goddamn bitch. But I ended up taking a little rest, and now I'm here for this episode. So I have to apologize. So just kind of, we're going to just scrap last week's poll because it doesn't make any sense. Sorry. Also, guys, I'm just exhausted, so sorry for the yawning, but... So we're going to scrap last week's poll, and we're just going to go ahead and read off the comments, and then we'll get into our new Would You Rather. So we didn't have too many comments this week. Also, welcome to anyone who's new who's enjoying the show. I noticed a couple upticks in some listens, so in case anybody is new listening to the show, welcome. This is the part of the show where I just drag it on, and the show actually doesn't happen. I just edge you into thinking it's going to happen, but it eventually never does happen. So that's the whole point of this show. So last week's episode was, what's the most unhealthy thing you've seen someone do? Phil comes at us with, it was a bet. I saw someone drink a mason jar full of grease. Oh my God. I have never been so grossed out watching him gagging it down. Bro, that's nasty. Why? It was a bet? Dude, here's the thing. This sounds like some stupid shit someone would do in like college. What is the bet? Is that bottle of Crown Royal really worth it? I promise you, dude. I promise you. A Smirnoff Ice is not gonna wash that down. It is really not gonna help. A couple of Bud Lights are really not gonna help that grease settle into your stomach, if I'm gonna be honest. That's nasty. A comment from The Last Liver. It's some sort of cryptic comment. It just says the factory must grow over and over again, and then it says I play Factorio, which I don't know what that is. If that's a game or something, guys, I'm not a gamer, okay? I'm actually the farthest thing from a gamer. I'm gonna look dumb because either way, if this is a gaming reference, I don't know what it is. And if it's not a gaming reference, I still also don't know what it is, but I'm just assuming it's a gaming reference. And everyone is going to be, oh, Luke's getting old. Luke's getting so old. I can't believe he doesn't know what Factorio is. Doesn't he know the factory must grow? Everyone knows that. Come on. It's like, sorry folks, I'm getting out of the loop here. The older I get, the more time that it takes up, the less time I have for Instagram Reels, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. I'm always going to make time for Instagram Reels. Don't ever say I'm not on Instagram Reels, okay? My goal in life is every person that I meet who follows me on Instagram scrolls through their Instagram Reels and every post just says liked by Luke Dick. That's literally what I meet. That's a consistent theme when I meet people amongst my life is every time they start scrolling on Instagram Reels, they're like, everything that I see that's like even remotely comedic or funny, it just says liked by Luke Dick, liked by Luke Dick. And I'm like, thanks. Thank you. You're welcome, actually, I guess, just for being the funniest person online or a curator of comedy. We have one last comment, or actually we have someone sent us an Instagram Reels link. Maybe we'll open this, but unfortunately the show is not filmed, so that won't make sense. Sorry, guys. Holy crap. I need to lock in. OG the Dopic. So, again, our friend the Dopic says, hey, Luke, I really should start answering more. Yes, you should, the Dopic. You've been lacking. No, I'm just kidding, but please do. Firstly, both of the options on Spotify are the same. I know, sorry. We're just going to toss that one out. But my choice is to look bad but smell good. Okay, interesting. Because it's always easy to improve your looks, but it's harder to improve your scent. Yeah, but that's the whole point, is that you're not allowed to improve your looks. You have to look bad all the time. But I feel like this is like almost a fashion thing now. I feel like now it's like it's common for people to dress like they don't have a home. And then people just kind of are like, dude, did you see what bro was rocking? Damn, bro's ahead of the game, bro. He's predicting the trends, bro. That's a trendsetter right there, bro. I didn't know we were supposed to be wearing like Speedos with holes in them, but and like doing helicopters with our penises out, but in the middle of a public square. But that's kind of, I think bro's onto something. He smells amazing though. I know. Have you seen that guy? The guy in the park. He's always doing the windmill with his cock out. But definitely weird. Definitely weird guy. Definitely not mentally well. But boy, bro smells like he was born in a greenhouse. Like he smells like if hell smelled good, that's what I imagine it would be like. Like if hell had like that dark musky sort of cologne sort of smell. Like if hell was a cologne, that's what he would smell like. It's drop dead. And then he says, when they say, for the question, I remember seeing this one person on my 600-pound life whose entire family was overweight. something that really struck me about this episode was that one point they said they would consume a lot of sugar and fatty foods, then drink bottles and bottles of Diet Coke because the Diet Coke would cancel out the sugar. Bro, I've never heard of this kind of addition and subtraction. Still the stupidest thing I've ever heard. As always, have a great day, Luke. Well, thank you so much, The Dopic, for commenting that. Yeah, I don't really think that's how it works. Like, I don't think you can just, like I wish that I could just, like, drink all the craft beer I ever wanted and then just, like, drink a couple glasses of water and it's like, it cancels out. Like, that's what everyone says. It's like, oh yeah, for every glass of beer, like, or bottle of beer, or can of beer you have, you should have like 2 waters. Bro, this shit doesn't do anything. It literally doesn't do anything. It just makes you go to the bathroom more. Like, I swear to God, if it actually worked, guys, I may be an alcoholic. If that actually worked, where you wouldn't get hungover if you drank 2 glasses of water for every drink you've drank, I seriously think I might drink a craft beer or like 7 every single day. It's delicious. I feel like sorry, water break. Have you guys know Vegas Matt? Vegas Matt is this guy on Instagram who just gambles all of his money away, and he's so nonchalant about it. Like, please look up Vegas Matt. Don't gamble. I don't endorse gambling or anything like that. Please do not gamble your money away, or if you're going to do it, please be responsible. I'm not a gambler. I'm not really into gambling. I don't really condone gambling, but yeah, I don't want to judge you if you do. Just do it very smartly. But it just seems to me like a very it seems just like a lose-lose situation. And so that's why I love watching Vegas Matt, because this guy will literally lose like $15,000, and he'll be just like, guys, look like we gotta hit the casino again tomorrow. We turned our 20K challenge into minus 15K, everybody. So we're in quite the hole right now. Doesn't feel great. And that's just like the end of the video. And it's like, wait, what? What? You just lost like a down payment on a very expensive car. You seriously could have bought and purchased, like, for all the money you've lost over the past month, you could have probably bought you probably could have bought yourself and every member of your immediate family and some extended family an entire brand new car. But it's like, no, I swear, bro, I'm gonna hit 21, bro. I'm actually gonna beat the dealer this time. I swear to God, dude. If roulette, bro, if that shit lands on a red 7, it's over. It's actually over. Then I can buy my family whatever they want. It's like, well, the money you've already spent, I feel like that would have been true already. All right, folks. Let's do the Would You Rather for this week. So to this week's Would You Rather is, oh yeah, would you rather cry every time you find something funny or laugh every time you find something sad? So this is kind of a lose-lose situation here. It's like pick. Here's a poison. Here's another poison. How would you rather die? Bleeding from your eyeballs, or like, I don't know. I'm guys, I'm so delirious right now. I have no ability to just like, or just slowly melting. I don't know. Anyways, this is pick the 2 worst ones here, or pick one of the worst 2 things. Because that's not going to end well for you in either of those situations. Because if you're laughing at Granny's funeral, bro, you're diabolical. If you're crying every time someone tells you a joke or you see something funny, you could never be able to be on Instagram. You could never do any social media or any internet, dude. You would spend all your day crying. You would probably die from dehydration. All right, folks. We're going to take a quick ad break, and then we're going to be back into it with today's episode.
16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Epic splash. Unsuspecting friends. A work of art only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events that keep him active and involved and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Learn more at aarp.org/local.
Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of the Reddit Asks Us podcast. We're going to hop right in. So as you can see from the episode title, what's the worst screw-up you've had that you'll admit on your deathbed? So, I honestly, I'm trying to think of major time screw-ups or embarrassing moments, but I feel like those come to you at the weirdest times. Like, I'll be just doing regular life grocery shopping, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe that one time when you, like, pissed yourself. Like, you're an idiot. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I thinking about this right now? Why did this pop into my head? Like, what is this? Guys, I don't piss myself, by the way. I don't do that. I was just saying that for comedic, for something, an example, just a thing to bring up, guys. I don't actually do that shit, bro. I've never done that. I didn't even do that shit when I was a baby, bro. My parents didn't even have to potty train me, dude. I just, like, saw the toilet and I was like, yeah, let me just hop on that thing. I was taking it for a rips, bro. I knew it. As soon as I came out the womb, I was like, hey, I already know. It seems pretty self-explanatory to me. I don't know what all these other babies are complaining about. Dirty diapers. Oh, go ahead, cry. Why don't you just go to the toilet? Okay. I was doing that shit before I could even talk. So, yeah. Or crawl. I forgot that babies normally start crawling before they start talking. So, first one comes from J Damn Hot. Tried to unclog a toilet at a party and made it worse. Blamed it on a guy who left before me. Everyone still calls him Shitstorm Steve. Sorry, Steve. The way that you phrased the beginning of this, it made it sound like you were trying to unclog a toilet that you didn't clog. It says, tried to unclog a toilet at a party. I made it worse. Like, that makes it sound like you walked in the bathroom, saw the toilet was clogged, and you're like, this is a job for me. Don't worry, guys, I can handle this. Did anyone just see that this toilet is clogged and no one told me? Guys, come on. This is literally my wheelhouse. This is my specialty. You're going to sit here and be like, oh my god, there's a massive turd in the toilet, and not say, Jade. Come on. Like, this is your time to shine. I'm literally like the Batwoman of unclogging toilets. Okay, I'm the Superwoman. I'm the Gal frickin' Gadot. I'm the Wonder Woman of unclogging toilets. And you guys aren't gonna give me a call. You know this shit is my bread and butter, right? Like, I do this for fun. I don't even want to be a plumber, okay? I'm an accountant. All right? I'm an occupational therapist. And I just have a passion for this. You know, if only there was a way I could turn this into a business. It's like, well, it's probably one of the older businesses around. You know, it's not necessarily like this is an exclusive sort of activity that you're performing here. But that's so funny though. Just standing up in front of the party. By the way, everybody, if anyone clogs a toilet tonight, hit up your girl. Just hit me up. You know, I got you covered. I will not let you embarrass yourself at this party. Just come up to me. Just let me know, and we can work something out. That's so tough, though. But it's at that point, like, it's hard not to blame it on somebody else. It's literally hard not to blame. It's like one of the most embarrassing things you could possibly do is clog a toilet at like a house that's not yours. Like, come on, bro. It doesn't really get much more embarrassing than that. Like, what are you supposed to go up to the house owner and be like, yeah, dude, I just took a massive fucking dump in your toilet. Yeah, and it's just now won't flush. What are you supposed to do in that situation? It's so tough. Like, it's a lose-lose. Like, there's no comeback from that. There's no, like, you know, it's not like, hey, I accidentally broke a plate or I smashed a glass. All right. You can clean that up, but it's like, someone's going to see that in the top of the garbage. So you're going to be like, hey, I broke a glass, but I cleaned it up. It's not the same thing. It's not like it's not something that, a broken glass people are gonna forget, right? People are gonna be like, yeah, I'll just get another glass. People, if you clog someone's toilet, they're not just gonna be like, yeah, let me just get another toilet. Let me just, it's like one of the most inconvenient things. It's bad enough. Like, if it's actually bad enough, like, maybe it's a double whammy. You hit it with, major bowel movement and you use too much toilet paper. You're looking at calling a plumber, and you're not living that down. Like, everyone's gonna know that for the rest of your life. Like, you're not ever been getting invited to that person's house ever again. It's like, oh, thanks, man. I'm so sorry, but I'll make it up to you, man. Like, we can hang out some other time. Yeah, I'm good, dude. You know what? It's all good, bro. I'm good. It's all good, dude. It's just don't even worry about it. It's all good. I'm good on that. Yeah, we don't have to. No, I'm good. It's okay. We don't need to hang out after this. This is fine. I'm gonna see you completely differently now. Next one comes from Iluvic. I was using the laundromat at my university dorm, and one of my tops fell half out, making the door not sealed but still locked. Long story short, the place was flooded. I tried stopping the machine, but couldn't. I tried calling the number on the machine. No one answered. I tried to clean it, but didn't have anything to do it with. So when the machine finished, I just took my clothes and skedaddled out of there. So you just caused like a massive insurance claim for this business. Something that is more than likely going to be seen very suspiciously by the by the insurance company, and just dipped. Like, they're gonna claim it on their insurance. Like, I don't think you're at fault for this. I think this is a mistake. This isn't like, this isn't like you were negligent. You just threw your laundry in. You didn't realize that something was sticking halfway out, and then you started the laundry cycle. I think you thought the consequences to this were going to be a lot dire than they actually were. I think you thought that, the hammer was going to come cracking down. That the iron fist was going to clench around your neck. I don't really think you have to worry about this one too much, but I'm just kind of interested in what it says when it says, like, calling the number on the laundry machine. Like, does this mean you just called the manufacturer of the laundry machine? Like, I don't really know what they can do to help. Like, there's this number on here. It says that this is made by Good Life Laundry Machines. I put a shirt in, and it's not all the way closed, and I'm flooding this building. I mean, like, why don't you fucking call the owner? Or call a plumber or something. Don't call me. What am I gonna do? I'm literally sitting in a cubicle. I'm sitting in a cubicle in, like, Texas. Like, I don't know what you want me to do with this, bro. I'm in a call center. Like, what do you want me to call the police or something and get them and, like, call a repair crew? Like, this isn't. I don't know what you think this is. This is for warranty purposes. Like, I don't know what you thought of what I was gonna do to help you. This is, I'm kind of. It's an interesting story, but it's, I can't really do much about it. I don't really know how to fix washing machines. I kind of generally handle, like, broken parts and warranty claims. If you need a new dryer, if you need a new washing machine. Well, which sounds like this business is going to need quite a couple of them. Then that's the right reason to call this number. But other than that, yeah, it's not. Like, I just, like, I don't even know who you would call. Like, who you would call. But there's got to be a number on, like, somewhere in the business themselves. Like, they can't just, like, assume that nothing's going to go wrong in a laundromat. This is what's so interesting about a laundromat, is that there's no one, like, working there. Like, a laundromat is just like a ghost business. Like, it just operates on its own. I'm surprised people behave as normally as they do in laundromats, like, considering the fact that there's just no one there. Like, could you imagine? This is like the only business where you can just leave it operating by itself, and there's just no one. Like, you couldn't do that at a grocery store. If you told people that you weren't gonna have staff members at your grocery store, you may be in to lose the most amount of money anyone's ever lost by owning a grocery store. Like, you may claim one of the most significant, insurance claims of all time. I really feel sad for anybody who thinks that people are that nice of other people. I really feel bad for someone who just thinks, you know what? I'm just going to leave the doors open tonight. I'm just going to give back to the community and, just leave the doors unlocked tonight. And, people, I trust that people will use the self-checkout. People will pay for themselves. They know better. No, dude, I'm not paying. I'm not paying. Like, I'm not. If I found out that you opened your grocery store the whole night, you're getting thievery is taking place, robbery is taking place. Okay, looting. I may post on my Instagram story. I'm just kidding. This is theoretical. Okay. If I apply to future law schools, I'm not liable for this, okay? This is just a joke. This is sarcasm, labeled under the contract of this podcast. This is a comedy sarcasm podcast. So please don't read into this future law schools if I'm applying and you're looking at the content of my character. I would never rob a grocery store, unless no one was working there. But I would never. Unless, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, wait, but... So you just waited until the machine, it was done? You just waited and was like you just waited this whole place, and then once it was finished, you just took your clothes and left? You didn't just what were you doing in the meantime? You were just standing there while the water just pools up above your ankles? You're just kind of like, yeah, well, the number didn't work out, so, what's next? Guess I gotta just wait it out. I feel like there's a lot of things you could have done. You probably could have called 911. You probably could have called the fire department. They probably would have came and helped. Reply from so many to choose. This happened to me, but with a G-string. Got an employee. Dude, this literally happened with me and my G-string. What the hell? Got an employee who casually said it wasn't even the worst thing to happen that week. Baffled, I asked her to elaborate. Oh, on Tuesday, we were robbed at gunpoint. Like, ma'am, what? That sounds like a really dumb place to rob. Like, it's only like change. There's no bills. Like, give me all the money you have. It's like, well, it's going to take a while. We got to empty out all of the machines. And then we got to put them into like a big sack. And then that's going to be really heavy. Like, even if I put them in a pillowcase, that's going to be really heavy. That's a lot of quarters, man. Like, I don't think you thought this through. Do you know that bills are made of paper and quarters and I guess in America the dollars are made of paper. But in Canada the dollars we have coins. We have loonies and toonies, $1 and $2 coins. But it's like it's all coinage. This is like the worst place to rob. You're going to be like lugging a giant bag. You'll be like, "You'll never catch me alive." As you're just dragging this bag of coins on the ground. Like, that seems like a really dumb, that is a really stupid place to rob. And then you have to go home and count it all. Now it's not as funny. Like, you can't just put it into like one of those money counters that counts the bills. You have to like sit there like you're opening a piggy bank. Like you just open your childhood piggy bank. You have to be like, 1, 2, 5, or 2, 3, 25, 50, 75, 100, 50, 75, 100, 25. Dinner's ready. Babe, I lost count. I was literally on track. Damn it. Now I gotta count all these freaking quarters all over again. Guys, it's 20 minutes into the podcast. I've literally read off 2 comments. This is not a great showing for me tonight. The riffing has gone on.
Hi, this is Javon, your Blinds.com design consultant.
Oh, wow. A real person.
Yep, I'm here to help with everything from selecting the perfect window treatments to...
Well, I've got a complicated project.
No problem. I can even help schedule a professional measure and install. We can also send you samples fast and free.
I just might have to do more.
Whatever you need.
So the first room we're looking at is for...
Shop Blinds.com now and get up to 50% off with minimum purchase. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Next one comes from Adorable Bike 9689. I got blamed for pushing a guy down the stairs after he tried to fight me. Had a few witnesses back me up saying he slipped. Ended up in a wheelchair for a while. I pushed him. Bro, I think you should take this one to your grave, bro. That's like almost manslaughter. I think you should take this one to your grave. It's saying, the question is about things you would admit on your deathbed. Really, on your deathbed, you're going to admit that you almost killed someone? It's like, and for someone who was trying to fight you? Okay, wait. Is this... like, bro just got in your face and you just pushed him down the stairs? I feel like that's a bit of an overreaction. Someone's trying to fight you, it's like, you can just, like, walk away. You don't have to engage in a fight with them. I'm gonna kick your ass! Dude, I'm literally going to push you down the stairs and paralyze you for the rest of your life. So, how does that sound? It's like, bro, that's kind of top-tier psycho behavior. I don't know if you should be admitting this on Reddit, dude. Like imagine telling your friends about that. Yeah, dude, so this guy was getting all up in my face and just, like, being a total asshole, and he was just like, I want to fight you, you're a little fucking... bitch, like, I'm gonna kick your ass, like, fight me right now. He's throwing his hands up, he's trying to push me and stuff. And so I literally just fucking tossed him down a set of stairs, and he broke his neck and almost died. I think he's in critical condition at the hospital, like, can't breathe, because, like, his brain isn't sending signals to his lungs or something. What a fucking jerk, though, hey? What a douche. Like, what the hell? Like, why would he, like, seriously, you're gonna rough up on me? You're gonna try to, like, push me a little and just try to aggravate me, dude? I will push you down a set of concrete stairs. Okay, we were literally in a parkade stairwell. He got mad that I double parked. I'm like, dude, I own a Beamer, and you're mad that I double parked, and now you're getting all in my face? Have fun never speaking words ever again. I'm literally going to push you down these stairs. Have fun never being able to play with your children again. Dude, I freaking own that guy, dude. He's never going to be able to play with his kids ever again. His kids are going to grow up, Daddy's in a wheelchair, Daddy's in a wheelchair. Yeah, because Daddy got mad at me for double parking. How about that? Maybe you shouldn't be so confrontational with people who have freaking sick freaking cars, dude. Maybe you shouldn't be so aggressive with people who just are getting stacks, bro, and just absolutely stacking cash in your freaking face, dude. Otherwise, you're literally going to get pushed down a set of stairs. Like, you should have thought about that one before you got up in my face. You should have known as soon as you saw the Beamer that I was going to do some shit like that. Next one comes from Turbulent Phase 4481. I know a funeral director that accidentally cremated someone that wanted to be buried. Well, in your defense, it's not like they're ever going to know. Does that sound bad? Is that bad? I know the family's probably gonna, the family's probably not gonna have a great reaction to that. I know that my great grandmother, she's very religious, and she was very like, no cremation. Excuse me, guys. No cremation at all. Because it's like, that's what happens to people who go to hell, is they get burned or something. Which is so funny, because I grew up most of my life never knowing that, till my mom kind of just randomly mentioned that one day. And it's so funny how religion just immediately, you can understand how it indoctrinates you, because I, for my whole life, was like, I hope that I can get, like, cremated and then turned into, like, a vinyl record. That sounds like pretty freaking dope. If that means I'm going to go to hell for getting turned into a vinyl record so that people can listen to Big L while listening to me being dead, or Cigarettes After Sex, like my favorite songs, or even just my music. That would be freaking sick, dude. Like, if that means getting turned into a freaking record, turned into a vinyl record, and that means I'm gonna go to hell for that. What's up, Satan, dude? Maybe Satan and I are gonna have to kick it, bro. Maybe he's gonna have to listen to me. Maybe I get reincarnated in hell as a vinyl record. People will be scratching me. That sounds pretty good. I mean, play me. Playing me doesn't sound great. Don't play me like that. But scratching me? That sounds kind of nice, getting scratched. That's my punishment? Someone's just gonna wicka 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 Luke on me? I feel like that's not bad, dude. That's kind of I'd sign up for that. But it's just, I find that so funny just how religion just indoctrinates you. Like, I never thought anything of being cremated. I thought that's how everybody died. I remember watching Star Wars and watching Darth Vader get burned and being like, listening to it, the very somber Star Wars music, and just thinking to myself, dang, that's how a real one goes out. You just gotta burn them, and then all of a sudden it became a sin, and I'm like, okay, why though? Like, I feel like it's kind of efficient, you're just boiling down. Why take up all that space with a dead body? And you gotta, like, embalm it and stuff? Ew, dude, that sounds terrible. Like, or do you embalm it? I don't even know. Dude, it's just the thought of, like, thinking that there's, like, my dead great-grandmother's corpse just, like, rotting in a box in the ground is just unsettling. I feel like that's way worse than being burned. Like, I feel like just thinking, oh yeah, your corpse is going to rot, and there's going to be bugs and shit that are going to be all over that, and it's going to be disgusting, and it would, if someone were to open it, it would smell probably the most horrifying smell you've ever smelt in your life. But burning is somehow bad. It's like, yeah, your body's getting slowly decaying and deteriorating in a box in the ground, and yet somehow just turning into a bunch of ashes is like the worst option. I feel like that doesn't track for me. That doesn't really make sense to me. But I mean, I don't know how you make up for that one. Let me piece her back together. You can't really do that. It's not like you shredded a piece of paper. It's not like, those, how people, glue or back, or those, when people put things in a paper shredder, and people glue back them together to prove there was, like, something written or, like, a contract. I don't think it's the same. I don't think you can, I don't think you can stack it all back. That one is pretty permanent, You can't. What are you gonna do? Make the ashes and just mold them into, like, a little figurine of the person? That would be kind of dope. I know I wasn't able to bring back your grandmother. However, I turned her ashes into this really cool action figure. Look, she's got a gun too. Isn't that awesome? It's like Star Wars. I literally turned her into the Mandalorian. Your dead grandmother gets turned into a Mandalorian action figure. It's like, if you actually remove the helmet, it's your grandmother underneath. That kind of sounds pretty awesome to me. So, I don't know what you're complaining about. I would love my ashes to be turned into an action figure of the Mandalorian. I just kind of took a guess on that one. So, I figured, who doesn't love that show? Reply from Bam Cam Wham. This happened to me in a town near me, except they mixed the bodies up. Jesus. Oh, wow. Cremated a woman who was supposed to have an open casket ceremony. What, are you just going to put the ashes in the casket? Just a pile of ashes. People, like, go up to pay their respects. It's just a pile of ashes. Oh, goodbye, Grandma. The widower noticed that the body in the casket was not his wife. Oh my God, it got to the funeral? Dude, no one checked it before? Oh, wow. And then they got another body that was also not the wife. Bro, they're just bringing in bodies at this point, thinking people won't notice. That is insane. It's like, just get another body. They're not gonna notice this time. It'll be a quick look. No one's even up there for that long. What the fuck, man? It's like, dude, this is not my wife. What do you mean? This is totally your wife. This is a man. This person has a beard. This person weighs like 300 pounds. My grandmother died at like 150 pounds. Like, I don't know what you're trying to convince me of. This guy has tattoos all over his body. Okay? I literally looked it up. It turns out this guy died in a motorcycle accident. This is his photo I'm looking at on Google. Are you sure about that? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think they're pretty dead on with your grandmother. I mean, the picture that's up at the front, I mean, it's almost indistinguishable. Your grandmother was ginger, right? What the fuck? And then, oh my god, and the third body was dressed in the correct clothes of the woman. It was accidentally cremated. And they sent a link. This was in Nova Scotia. This is where I live. Yeah, that's crazy. This is in Canada. It's a CBC article link. That's fucked. Only in Nova Scotia, dude. I swear, bro. There is just not funding for anything out here. I swear to God, this province is so broke. Holy shit. The province is so broke, we're dressing bikers up like grandmothers and telling them it's your dead grandma in the casket, and we didn't just burn her. I'm just kidding. I don't even think funeral homes are provincially funded. I'm just going. They're not. I know they're not, but I'm just going. I'm just riffing, guys. We're just riffing. Let's read off one more before I actually fall asleep. All right. Last one comes from Lasting D. I turned off the call logger over the Christmas period and the company was closed. Long time ago in a corporate far, far away. Traditionally, the company closed over the Christmas period. Woohoo, typically 2 weeks fully paid. New sales director joins the company, spouting the importance of call statistics and logging. He had an expensive call logger installed. I just read this as importance of call statistics and logging, like just being on the phone and also cutting down trees. Guys, you got to pick up the phone and you got to swing that axe. Pick up the phone, answer the calls, make those calls, and also remember to chop down those trees. My business unit had the only network server in the company with only hard disks big enough to accommodate the call logger and its database. So to keep costs down, the SD had the logger installed on my server while I was on holiday without telling me. I obviously found it but said nothing. I'm in the management meeting where he announces that he will monitor the call statistics across the Christmas break to determine if we should stay open instead of closing the next year. Management team looks at each other nervously. The evening where we are shutting down the office, powering off the printers, terminals, and terminal servers, the main ERP as it was then, my final act was to shut down my file server and obviously the call logger with it. Return to work, obviously no call data. Company stayed closed the next year and paid for dedicated server after. 200 people plus got a 2-week break because of me. Why are you taking this to your grave, dude? This sounds like the coolest thing ever. It sounds like you don't even work at this job anymore. I don't understand why you have to keep this to your grave. Yeah, I did this really awesome thing that I want no one to know about. Yeah, dude. I literally fixed global warming, but dude, don't catch me with that shit. Don't put that shit on me, bro. Don't put that shit on me, bro. That shit's no. I'm not taking the credit for that. It's like, what? You probably should, man. It's like, I found the answer to understanding quantum physics. But dude, keep that Nobel Prize, bro. Just keep it. So you can't be that humble. You're not allowed to be that humble, okay? It comes off arrogant, okay? And it comes off poorly. Like, you can't just be like, yeah, dude, just don't even bother with the Nobel Prize, bro. Don't even bother with that, dude. It's literally so fine. It's literally so okay. I would have done it for nothing, okay? I literally would have done it for nothing. So just any respects you have to pay me, just do it under the table. Maybe like $1 million or something. That's totally fine and cool. Just, yeah. But don't give me credit though. I don't want that attention, okay? I don't need that. The focus should be on you, okay? The focus is you. Look what you can do with what I did, okay? This is about you guys, not me. But it's kind of about me. All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up there for today's episode. Thank you all so much for tuning into another episode of the Red Asks Us podcast. I love each and every single one of you. Remember to leave us a rating and also leave us a review. And join our subreddit and leave a comment. Peace out. Love you. Goodbye.